Welcome or welcome back to my channel. I'm Amanda and today I'm using my Counterfeit Kit Challenge and playing along with Rainbow Crush and doing 30 days of sketches with Krista's Beautiful Life. This is from day 28. It was Stacy Doner Tewari and 30 days of sketches runs in June and I'm behind. So yeah. I showed you my forgeries on the 4th for my birds. And then complementary colors is for Rainbow Crush today. And so this lime green and the pink are complementary colors, which is kind of funny because I was like, I had to Google what's the complementary color of lime green because I thought it would be on the pinkish side, but it was like definitely this pink. So this green paper is from my kit last month. The pink one is from my stash, so it's not completely just my counterfeit kit, but those colors are fun. So yeah, it is what it is. I'm playing along, but adding extra in this month, which whatever, it is what it is. So I'm using my scalped border on a Stacy sketch. She's got like the yellow bit, which I'm just going to do in the pink, and the dark purple, at light purple, and then that strip that's along the middle is what I'm doing right now. And so I'm just going to do a strip of this to be kind of like that purple piece. So I'm going to change up the sketch a little bit because this is going to go here and you're going to see the pink in between these two, and that's totally okay. I absolutely like how this turned out. So, and then I do have this one piece of black cardstock that I am going to stretch across. I'm going to put on either side of this pouty a picture of my youngest, and she is coloring, and this was part of, I'm sure this was part of our homeschool. She's about kindergarten-ish age here, so she would have been doing this while my oldest was actually doing school work. But hand-eye coordination, motor dexterity, all those things are good things to have. And then I decide it needs to be in this pink for matte, so I'm gonna cut a little bit of this out. This is really old paper, like probably some of the, not quite the oldest in my stash, but pretty close. And so there we go. And I did use a plate to cut that circle out because my circle cutter doesn't cut more than 8, and this definitely was bigger than 8, so I just used a plate. And then this I'm gonna trim off the edge and cut in, not quite in half. Just trying to decide whether or not I want that black to go on both the green and the on each side, or have that strip of pink in the middle. So I am thinking about that while I'm doing this part, because like, what do I do? So it's triple matted, one in white, one in the pink, and one in the black, because I love pink and black together. Oh, love pink and black together. So, and this green is a nifty addition. So Rainbow Crush is a hop that Tara the Paper Snob puts on every month. And so you can see her links for her Facebook group, and she welcomes anyone to play along. There are some Instagram people that play along too. And so, yeah, I thought this one's fun. Usually it's a color, but this month she picked complementary color. So that's across the color wheel from each other. And I did have to Google the green, like I said, which is totally cool. Normally you'd think green and red because like that darker hunter green and red, but I guess pink and this green work super well together. So I'm going with it. I thought about putting white in there or doing that whole back as a white and then the pink, so that there was like the 3 different colors on here, the 2 neutrals with 3 colors, but I didn't get that far. And then it does need to be 75% ish the colors that you're playing with that month. So I think I've got it here with my birds. So those birds you can see me do on my forgeries on the 4th. And then I did color a couple more on this one, maybe not on this one. I will do one more green one because the one I wanted to use was not green. So I'm gonna get that on, trying to get that on straight, and then I moved it with my ruler somehow. I don't know how. So I'm just gonna eyeball it, and my eyeballing worked way better. And then these are gonna get sprinkled all the way around because I think they are the cutest. And look at me use my forgery up at the beginning of the month, even the beginning of the month. Who knew you could use your forgery at the beginning of the month? I say that because a wee bit sarcastically, because there's many a months that I don't actually use my forgeries. So yay me using forgeries. These are going to go around like the flowers are on the sketch because aren't those the sweetest? And then I'm going to use some letters and make a massive title. So my title is, Mom, would you just stop already? Because that is what the face of her looks like. So I'm going to use these in mostly the colors that I can, like the green and the pink, but I have to include some of the orange and the blue just because I don't have enough of all of the colors. All of the letters in the colors that I need is what I'm trying to say. And that is my last D. And that is not good because I have an already that I need to spell as well. But it's all good. Oh, and the just in there. I forgot about the just. Mom, would you just stop already? Yep, because I have this big space and I only have the one picture. My picture is a little bigger. And I just was feeling a massive title. When I showed this kiddo this one, she's like, I do not look happy. And then she read the title and she giggled. She was like, that is totally the look on my face. So I'm getting out my letters and I don't realize I don't have a D yet. I'm like, oh, no D. Oh, no D on the other one. What am I going to do? I'm going to use an upside down G. Look at this. And it gives the impression of it. Nobody mentioned to me that it looked like an upside down G. I am going to trim it off a little bit so it's less G looking, but there we go, trimming it off a bit. And look at me be creative so I can still use these letters. I did look at a few other letters and I didn't have O's, or I didn't have enough M's, or I don't know what I spell with M's and O's all the time, but something with M's and O's. So I did sneak ahead to the last word for putting this on, just so you can see how I'm getting this last one on, and it's going to go all the way across, kind of like a shelf. And that one's on a little crooked, but I fix it. And then the A, and that's all on. I think that's super cute, and those colors are fun. It adds a little bit of pop of different color, but not more than 25%, so I think that works super well. And then I think I need something else, so I'm like, that bird, but he's in orange. We don't need him in orange, so I'm going to color him in the green. And and then I fussy cut him out, colored the heart the same pinks that I used on everything else. And on he goes, because there's like a little space that needs there, and I thought those two would be cute together. And then I thought I needed a little bit of something else. So I'm like, what if I, on the sketch, this just got like all sorts of like greenery bits, I think is what it's supposed to be. I'm like, what if I use these jewels that are in a line? And I'm like, I kind of like that. Do I like that? I like this so much I was giggling through it. I was like, hee, this is funny. I don't know why it was funny, but I was like, it was making me happy. Just because it's a little snarky, and sometimes I like a little snarky, and the look on her face is like definitely, it is definitely Mom, just stop. And then adding a little bit of sparkle I thought was like the opposite of what this page is. So I don't know. It is what it is. Those are my thoughts. So there it is, all close up. If you wanted to see me do some of those coloring of and stamping of those birds, it is on the 4th, called Forgeries on the 4th. I will also have the playlist for Rainbow Crush and 30 Days of Sketches linked below. And those are from Christy's Beautiful Life and Terry the Paper Snob. And I will also, I don't know if Stacy has a channel or not, so if she does, I'll have that link below as well. Make sure you take a look at the links. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate the time you spend to like, comment, and please subscribe if you're new here and you enjoyed this. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, and have yourself a wonderful day.